The first thing I'm going to do is brush my teeth. This is how I start every morning. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes and I don't know, I just don't feel clean and fresh unless I have brushed my teeth. So I always start off by doing this. Then I'm using As I Am's Rosemary water spray. It's super easy to apply. So I just spray this all over my roots and scalp, and then I take a wooden comb and I brush everything out. I massage everything to try to get everything evenly distributed throughout my scalp while also stimulating my scalp, trying to get the blood flowing to my scalp. After rosemary water, I'm moving on to hair oiling. So the hair oil that I use lately is the Velona hair growth formula oil. This has a ton of different oils in it that are beneficial for hair growth, like tea tree oil, castor oil, peppermint oil, rosemary oil. I'm probably missing some, but it's just a really good overall hair oil to use that just has all of the good oils. So after I massage that into my scalp, then I take the same wooden comb and I try to spread all of the oils out. I'm taking a bamboo hairbrush and brushing everything out. The bamboo hairbrush is kind of key here because the bristles help to distribute oils that are on your hair. So that's why I like to use the bamboo hairbrush mainly before I'm going to wash my hair. Then I'm taking the Pantene Pro V Essence Spray and I'm just spraying this throughout the lengths of my hair. So this is a hairspray that is intended to help repair damaged hair and just maintain healthy hair in general. And even though I'm using this before I'm going to wash my hair, this is a product that does not weigh my hair down, which is hard to find when it comes to hair care products because my hair just gets weighed down so easily. Then I am going to put my hair up in this slick back bun and keep it out of my face while I move on to the next step. Next, I'm moving on to dermaplaning. So I'm starting off by applying castor oil directly to my face. This is not just great for hair, but it's also great for skin. It helps to lock in moisture, and even though I'm using this as a shaving oil, it also just helps to give my skin a natural glow. So castor oil is really thick. I only use a small amount and focus on areas that tend to be drier or need extra hydration to help protect my skin while I'm dermaplaning. Next, I'm layering on the DHC cleansing oil. I love this oil because it helps to break down makeup and sunscreen while keeping my skin soft, even though that's not why I'm using it in this particular routine. It's just an oil that works well for my skin, doesn't irritate my skin, doesn't lead to any sort of breakout. It's just a good oil to mix with castor oil. Once the oils are on my skin, I go in with my Schick Hydro Silk Dermaplaning wand. And the wand on this tool, or the handle, is heavy, which I found helps to increase the precision when I'm using it, when I'm shaving my face, which I really like. The oils make this process so smooth and they also prevent irritation. I try to hold the blade at a 45-degree angle and I gently glide it over my skin, which removes peach fuzz and dead skin. So after I shaved my face, then I went in the shower and I washed my hair. I didn't film myself actually shampooing my hair, but I just used the Pantene Volume Shampoo. This is a staple for me. It's actually one of my new favorite clarifying shampoos. It's designed to deeply cleanse your scalp and it's extra beneficial, I guess, for those who have oily hair like myself, because it does a very good job at removing all of the oils and buildup without drying out your scalp. After shampooing, I went in with Olaplex No. 0. This is like a primer for your hair, so it preps it for deeper repair, which is going to come with the next step. So I apply Olaplex Olaplex No. 0 to towel dried hair. I focus on the mid-lengths and the ends where most of the damage happens on my hair. The thing with Olaplex No. 0 that I really like is that the formula is super lightweight and liquidy. Also, I really like how the new bottles of Olaplex No. 0, it's like a spray bottle, so it's just a lot easier to apply. I just use this Unbrush and I spritz the No. 0 all over my hair with the Unbrush, helping to make sure that my hair is fully saturated. Once Olaplex No. 0 has had a chance to work, I follow up with Olaplex No. 3. This is where the real bond repair is going to happen. Olaplex No. 3 is all about intense repair, strengthening your hair from the inside out. I layer it on top of Olaplex No. 0. I leave this in for at least 10 minutes, sometimes longer if I want like an even deeper treatment. I'll usually go between 10 and 30 minutes before I get back in the shower to continue with my hair care routine. After letting Olaplex 0 and 3 work their magic on my hair, I went in the shower and rinsed everything out thoroughly before I continued on with my hair care routine for the day. So after rinsing everything out, I went in with the Dove Bond Strength shampoo, which I've been loving lately. I have actually been using this like as my everyday shampoo for the last few weeks, and it's honestly such a good drugstore option for bond repair. It's perfect if you want something affordable but still super effective. This definitely has to be one of my favorite shampoos at the moment. So even though I already used a shampoo earlier, this shampoo focuses on fortifying and strengthening the hair without making it feel heavy. Also, I like using this shampoo after using a clarifying shampoo just because of all of the added benefits of like bond repair and damage repair and everything like that. After shampooing, I rinsed the shampoo out. I wrung out my hair to remove all of the excess water. This step is key because it lets the mask work better without being watered down. So after wringing out my hair, then I applied the L'Oreal Paris Elvive Total Repair 5 hair mask. I'm focusing this hair mask on the mid-lengths and ends and avoiding the roots to avoid weighing down my hair. Overall, I really like this hair mask. Is it my favorite hair mask of all time? No. I definitely prefer the Arvazalia hair mask that I get from Amazon, but still I think it's a really good hair mask. Also, the ingredients are great, so I like it, but again, not my favorite. I spent about a minute massaging this mask into my hair. After that, I left it in for about 5 minutes. That 5 minutes gives the hair mask plenty of time to deeply condition and strengthen my hair. Finally, I rinsed out the mask and my hair felt incredibly soft and strong, which is due to the Olaplex treatments and the shampoos that I used, and then this hair mask. My hair just was feeling amazing. Then I washed my face using the Ordinary Squalene Cleanser. This is a creamy cleanser. It's comparable to the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser, and this was actually my first time using it, and I really like it, so definitely will be using it again. I then washed my body using Irish Spring bar soap, which is what I always use. For me, it's not that harsh. It just really does a good job at cleansing my body and getting rid of all of the oil and sweat and dirt and things like that. Once I got out of the shower, I used this CeraVe night cream on my face. Even though this was in the morning, I still used this. I like to use like a really thick, rich moisturizer both in the morning and at night. Another new product that I used by The Ordinary was this Ordinary Body Care Natural Moisturizing Factors plus Inulin Body Lotion. I really like this body lotion. I have no complaints. There's no fragrance to it. It moisturized my skin. It made it feel smooth and hydrated. So definitely like this body lotion. Then I also use deodorant, of course. And after I got dressed, I put on SPF. So this was a new SPF that I had never tried before. This is the L'Oreal Bright Reveal Sunscreen Spa Sunscreen SPF 50. I like this. This didn't irritate my skin. Usually with SPF, the issue that I have is that it can cause breakouts for me. So I have to be very selective with what I put on my face. This one did not cause me to break out at all. So definitely recommend using this. So now for post-shower hair care. I started by applying this Aussie Hair Insurance Leave-In Conditioner, and this is one of my new favorite drugstore hair care products and just like hair care products in general. It works so well, especially if you have hair that gets weighed down easily. This is extremely lightweight, but it's still suitable for all hair types, which is amazing because it is really affordable. After applying the leave-in conditioner throughout my hair, then I went in with the Drybar Big Brew Instant Thickening Styling Treatment. This was my first time trying this product. It's intended to give you an instant boost of volume and thickness. It's supposed to be lightweight. It's supposed to also provide heat protection. It's supposed to give the illusion that you have thicker hair. So then I blow dried my hair using this new Bondi Boost Airwrap Dupe, and I love this. Actually, you're gonna see this in a few minutes, but it ended up breaking in this video, so I don't know if it's just that I was being too rough with it or if the product itself is just not that well made. I'm not sure, but either way it ended up breaking. However, thus far in the video, like as you're watching me blow dry this, what was going on in my head was how much I loved this tool, because at the time it worked really, really well and it's super affordable. I wanted to continue doing my hair and I wanted to use the curling barrels, but there just wasn't enough time. I had to go back to pick up my son from school, but I ended up doing that later, which you guys will see in a minute. This is how my hair turned out after blow drying, and I felt like it looked so smooth and silky and completely frizz-free. My hair just felt great. Fast forward to the end of the day after my kids went to sleep, I was finally able to finish my hair. So I sprayed the L'Oreal Elvive Dream Length Heat Slayer Heat Protectant Spray into my hair. And then I divided my hair into 3 sections. I started off with the first section in the front. I used the curling barrel attachments for the Bondi Boost Airwrap Dupe to curl the front pieces. Unfortunately, this is when the product broke. Aside from the fact that it broke, this tool is actually really, really effective. It curls my hair better than the Airwrap does. I'm hoping that it's just that I maybe wasn't using the product correctly. Maybe I was being too strong with it. Maybe I needed to be a little bit more gentle. I don't know. After I was done curling this section, I secured everything with an overnight heatless blowout rod, which I actually ended up switching later on in the video, which you guys will see in a minute. So then after doing the front section, as I said, I had to switch out the tools, so I stopped using the Bondi Boost Air Styler and I started using the GHD Thermal Brush. I love this. I have been obsessed with this lately. This is amazing. It is so effective. It's so easy to use. It's so gentle on your hair. The bristles are not the typical bristles that are on a thermal brush. They're a lot harder. They're actually like super hard, so your hair does not get caught in them. I use this upside down. I just find that it gives me a better curl when I do it that way. It's just easier to use, and these curls last for days. But of course, this isn't how the product is intended to be used. It's not intended to be used upside down. I've just found that for some reason this just works better for me, and the results are amazing. After I was done using the thermal brush on my hair, then I just put that section up in one of these Eternal Muse Bun Bonds. I think that's what they're called. And I like these because they are more gentle. They're not as bulky. They're more comfortable to sleep in. They're more secure because they come with the little cover for them. After I finished my hair, I went in the bathroom and finished up with my PM get unready with me routine. I started by flossing my teeth with these plackers. They're like the floss picks. And then I went in with the DHC Cleansing Oil. Lately, I like using this as my first cleanser just because I feel like it helps to break down the sunscreen and makeup if I'm wearing makeup. And it's just a lot more gentle and good for my skin, considering the fact that I'm using tretinoin, because that can really dry out your skin. And then I go brush my teeth. I got out of the shower, I use this CosRx Snail Mucin Essence, and I love this. It gives my skin this glow. It's like a really good product to use in combination with tretinoin. Then I used the tretinoin. After a few minutes of letting that sit on my skin, I use Vanny Cream Moisturizer to moisturize my skin. And then I used the same Ordinary body lotion on my body that I had used earlier in the day. So then I went to sleep and I woke up the next morning and I started doing my morning skincare, hair care, oral hygiene routine. I started off by washing my face. Instead of using the Ordinary face wash that I used the day before, I used a different Ordinary face wash. Still, this was one that I had never used before. This is the Ordinary Glucoside Cleanser, and I actually like this one better than the creamy one that I used the day before because it just provides a little bit of a deeper cleanse, which I prefer. Then I used this vitamin C serum, which I was pretty much out of, so I had to literally stick my finger in it to get the remaining serum out of the bottle. Then after the vitamin C serum, I used the Vanny Cream Moisturizer. This is the Vanny Cream that I prefer to use. It's more moisturizing. It's an amazing moisturizer. It's drugstore. It's not too expensive. Then again, I went in with the same L'Oreal sunscreen that I used the day before. I really like this sunscreen. It's a good facial sunscreen, so I'm going to be using this again. Oh my goodness. Finally, we can get to the hair. So in the middle of the night, the top bun bon fell out. The other two bun bons stayed in place. And because the top section fell out, I just ended up curling it again with the GHD Thermal Brush. I used the Redken Dry Texture Spray on my hair. Here's the finished result. I think this just emphasizes how well the thermal brush with the overnight heatless bun bonds work together. And also I'm noticing that my hair does look really voluminous relative to what it normally looks like. And I'm wondering if that's due to the thickening cream that I used. Overall, I think my hair looks and feels really smooth. I also want to comment on the ends and how they really do look repaired. I'm not saying the Olaplex treatment completely fixed the split ends 100%, but I definitely see an improvement. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video showing you 24 hours of my self-care glow up routine, sort of. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. As usual, all of the products that I used in this video are going to be linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.